because he was a black gay male, and he was looking at ideas of sexuality and black male sexuality, as well as looking at this whole idea of challenging being gay and looking at the Yoruba tradition, and then having problem with his family because he's being gay. So that also is part of his inspiration in his work. And as you can see in this photograph, I looked at, as a way of, being in the diaspora. My work is also looking at religion, black diasporic religion, and Yoruba voodoo religion in Haiti became a strong, because Haiti is one of the only countries that recognize voodoo as religion. So, and there is a strong practice of voodoo in Haiti. And my work also looked at Haiti and how they curate their ritualistic practice and how they honor their ancestors, the movements they use. So Maya Derain provided a work, because she did a work during the 50s, I think, and her work kind of gave a background to my practice. And lately, Zora Neale Hurston, also through her work, she did a lot of ethnographic work as an African American, and she went to Haiti and she went to Jamaica, and she also did some work in New Orleans, voodoo New Orleans, and her work also. And she got some important literature in ethnographic work for the African American experience, and I connect with that. I look at that as a way of influencing my work and see how she did her research, and she's explored this idea of black diaspora identity, and this is one of her important work that reflects her research in Haiti and Jamaica. And in terms of the theoretical background, Monife Ashanti and the scholarly research on the Afrocentricity is a practice that became an influence for my work in terms of academic context, because of Monife Ashanti validates and accentuates the fact that as an African person, you should put African values first, and through the Afrocentric work, he gave grounds to my work. Also, John Beatty, who did a lot of work on African religion, he also gave a context for my ritual practice. And so my research or my work in terms of exploring body paint, it comes as a way of expressing my perspective of being black, expressing my values of Angolan tradition and the ancestors, because this is a type of tradition that through colonization, colonialism basically destroyed this practice. And I believe there's a lot of power, there is a lot of ways of connecting with the ancestors, and as well as exploring the body is also part of exploring the body. The body also can express different ways. It being connected with nature. It also relates with the cosmos, and also the spirit as well. There is a spiritual power in this type of work, and this is a performance I did in Peckham. There was a festival that I was invited to perform, and I create this ritual practice, which very much influenced by Haitian rituals. This is one of the performance I did right in front at the Parliament Square. So I wanted to put my body in a site-specific space where I contrast the whole idea of power and the whole idea of imperialism, the whole idea of being in the most iconic British building and kind of expressing the opposite of being an African. And also with the whole idea of exploring space and putting the body in a position where explore and give different ways of being in the space. This is a performance I did at the cemetery, at Upner Park Cemetery in Dalston. So it was a way of being in a cemetery, which is historically this cemetery. There is a lot of black emancipatory revolutionary from the Caribbean that during the 1920s they were buried in this cemetery. So I wanted to explore and connect it with the nature, as well as being painted and creating movements and using different props as a way of creating a ritual practice that very much connects with nature as well as my ancestors. And in this performance, I also use objects, ritualistic objects, but it's all in a symbolic way. All my work is a symbolism, and a symbolism that represents my ways of positioning myself in a British context. And so this is one of the references that I look at in terms of creating this paper and my work as well. They obviously, black scholars that have been doing works that gives a kind of an understanding and context and ways of position how my work is situated. And I will end it here.
Thank you very much. I'm very strangely seated for chairing at this moment. There are so many questions, and it's just fantastic to see images of your work. I wonder if we might take one quick question, and then we will have to run next door before the technicians we go home and leave us with no lighting for the performances. So one quick question.
I noticed when I lived in Angola, there was a lot of sound. There's a lot of due sound now with your performances. Like when they were dancing, there was the women, as I said before, they used which was amazing. And do you do that in your performances?
I collaborate with some musicians, especially drummers. Yeah. But in my work, because I try to explore space and creating rituals in a way, and I do a lot of site-specific work. So I haven't really worked with, on a consistent basis. So, but I've worked with musicians in the past.
Sorry. We're having supper after the performances, so you can go then.
This one.
Well, you know why we moved spaceless? Because we're going to have no technicians
Just
there.
one.
Who are we moved spaceless? Who are we moved spaceless? Thank you. Thank you. We are going to go immediately next door. You need to go by the bathroom, but we're going to leave it that direction rather than by tea.